played junior NBA. I went out of the league unbeaten. So that thing really motivated me, and I had that love for my people. So started coaching. The school that called me gave me a good number of scholarships. I started distributing them to many kids, and we did something great. And later on, we joined hands together with my brother Wal. We started working together. No name for long. We used to play together in high school in different tournaments. So immediately, hours after completing, we agreed to do something for our community. At time it became a surprise to people if they see young people coaching, and coaching people almost their mates. So it is really amazing. And this is the game that bring us together. So, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so this is a game that bring us together, and I really love being with many people who play the same game with me. Basketball is a good game, so at time we crack jokes with them, these brothers of ours. It is really fun, so I'm really loving this game. I would like to share the background on how I started playing this game. It was back in 2012. I was in my lower senior school. I used to do athletics in school. I could do high jump. I do long jump. I do running, all those things. So then people used to go for games. I didn't even know where the basketball court was at school because I had no interest in it. But these people came and saw me, I would really jump. So they told me, hey man, you need to come and play with us. You get for us rebounds. So I told them I can't do this game. Look hard. They told me just focus. So when I came on court, then I put all my focus on the game. I was able to learn the game within a short time, and I could play competition. And people were like, "Where were you hiding from?" Not knowing that I've started the game. So I started loving the game, and it's part of my blood. So if I take long without playing, I get sick. So I really love this game. A lot of people to play it. Every time I see a tall kid of my height, because I'm 6'6". So if I see a kid of my height or a kid who's almost reaching my height, I always tell them to play basketball. Coach Wal, you need to unmute yourself. I think that's why we're not hearing you before. You do your setting and unmute yourself. So this game has really brought us together. Whenever I go to South Sudan, I get the same people who play the same game. We can be able to interact and get to know each other. I meet people at different courts, you know them. Basketball family is always friendly wherever you go. Even if you're new in place, people will get to know you obviously, because you'll show up on court and do the same thing. That's one thing I love about this game.
Now, it's beautiful the way basketball has brought so many people together. Whether it's South Sudan or even my native homeland of Ghana. Africa has so many different tribes. And so many different ethnic groups. But the sport of basketball, kind of like in the sport of football or soccer, sports brings people together a lot of times. So that's the beautiful thing about basketball and a lot of these other sports. Now, what tribe or ethnic group do you belong to, Coach Garang?
Come again?
What ethnic group or tribe do you belong to?
I'm a part of the largest tribe in South Sudan, which is Dinka. That's where I come from.
Okay. What do you also speak a little bit of Arabic?
Yeah, I speak Dinka, English, and a little bit of Arabic, because I spent half of my lifetime here in East Africa. So I can be able to hear Arabic a bit, but mainly I speak my local language, Dinka, and English.
So, Coach, What other talents do you have besides basketball? Like, you have like a musical talent that nobody knows about, or what's your other talents?
Like I told you before, my talent is in athletics. I really run a lot, so I'm talented in that field, and that was my first thing I played. Uh, then before that, I had big interest in rugby before, but
Oh wow!
I grew taller. I, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So a real difficult question that I ask my guest. What is your biggest strength and what is your biggest weakness?
Really, like I don't have any threats. I haven't yet gotten anything that threatened me. So
Not
I have
not
no
threat.
threat
I
of
mean
anything.
strength. What's your
As
biggest
long
strength?
that I'm in the game,
Just like in life, like what's your biggest weakness and what's your biggest strength?
my biggest weakness in life is that I always want everyone to push the same, like put in the same energy,
Okay.
like you do everything in time. That's my biggest weakness, of which everyone is not always on the same page.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And I definitely agree with that. I don't like lazy people. I don't like people that always have excuses. Like, I believe in work hard, keep working hard. Good things will come when you keep working hard. So I like that. I like that. What do you think is the biggest challenge for you as far as being a basketball player or being a coach in East Africa? What are some of the biggest challenges?
Our biggest challenges here in East Africa is like facilities, training equipment. Like you really get a big group of number of kids that are interested in the game, and you reach on the court and you're having like two basketball, you're having like maybe three cones. That's a problem. And when it comes to the side of the parents, people are really green about sports, so they really think sport is wasted of time, and most time they would call off their kids and be like, no, you need to concentrate on books, not knowing that sport is part of it. And that's why the ministry is here. It's called Ministry of Education and Sports. So it is really a big challenge. You will see a talented kid, and then the parents will not want them to do sports. They will be like, you will not perform well in class if you're doing sports, not knowing that people can balance both of them, and your mind and body need physical for you to perform other things like reading books. So those are some of the challenges we get in this game here in Africa, because our people really don't believe in sports. They don't know that sports can do well. It is a bit changing these days because we're getting a lot of people in the NBA, people playing in Europe, all those things. So a lot of people are learning, and there could be some of their relatives. So it's a bit changing, though some people are not, they're still in African traditional ways. They don't want to change. So those are the things we're facing here.
Okay. Okay. Um, are you familiar with Weber Basketball, the company that builds the basketball support systems in parts of Africa?
Not really.
Uh, so I think that that company, can really make a big difference throughout different parts of Africa. They build basketball hoops, basketball support systems, basketball courts. If we could find some other companies throughout the different parts of Africa that build basketball courts, it will be a really, really big help to some of our young basketball players in the motherland, definitely. You know. Um, Thank you so much, Coach Garang. I'm gonna take on the next player or coach that wants to introduce themselves to the audience. Who wants to go next? Jock Bill?
Everyone can get me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Your voice is breaking off. Your audio is cutting off. Type
My name is David.
David, type your introduction in the chat box, and then I'll read it out to the viewers for you.
Okay.
In the meantime, Coach Deng, can you hear us? You gotta unmute your audio, Coach. Next player introduce themselves. Marianne.
Yes, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for coming on my program.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, introduce to our viewers your name, the position you play, and how tall you are so far.
Okay, so my name is Muyen Mandar. I'm 6'7".
Oh, okay.
I play shooting guard and small forward. Yeah.
That's so smooth.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
So 16 years old. You're 6'7". How are your grades? How are your grades looking like? You get good grades, average grades?
Yeah, they're good. They're pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you born in South Sudan or you were born in Uganda?
Actually, I was born in Canada.
Oh, born in Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
I detected a little bit of a Canadian accent, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
What part of Canada? Like Toronto or somewhere else?
In Alberta.
Alberta. Oh, wow. Far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just recently came into Uganda, 2018.
2018. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your plans as far as after high school? Do you plan on going to college? Do you plan on playing basketball in college?
Yeah, I plan on playing college basketball.
Okay. Now, are you looking more towards college basketball in Canada or college basketball in the United States or in a different part of the world?
I'm kind of like aiming for the US, but I'll just have to see.
Anong Uganda sir? Lagi anong Zoom meeting kan.
So now, what are your talents besides basketball? I'm pretty sure you're a good basketball player, but what are your other talents?
I'm pretty good at volleyball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a bit of track also.
Okay, so you have an opportunity to possibly earn different multiple scholarship offers. So that's pretty good. What are your goals and dreams, Marianne?
I remember playing Division I basketball and professional basketball ultimately.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as college, what major or steady of focus do you have an interest in?
Maybe somewhere in accounting.
Okay. So you want to make money and you also want to learn to count your money.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what are your biggest strengths and what are your biggest weaknesses?
I think a good strength of mine is that I'm a quick learner. I can pick up things pretty easily. And a weakness, well, I don't want to call it a weakness, but I want to improve on my leadership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name at least 2 or 3 things that you're most grateful for in life so far.
My family, basketball, and just life in general.
Okay. And what are some of the biggest challenges that you've noticed since you returned home to the motherland?
As Coach Akech said, maybe the facilities and equipment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you were in Canada, in Alberta, what were some of the challenges there?
Kind of fitting in because I was always the taller guy. Like growing up, I was always taller amongst other people.
Now, besides obviously English, what other language do you speak?
Unfortunately, I only know English,
Okay.
but I'm still learning a few other languages.
Okay. I mean, you're still young. You pick up on a lot of different things. For me, I left my homeland of Ghana in West Africa 33 years ago. So I speak a little bit of the most commonly spoken language, Twi. I speak a little bit of it, but I understand it better than I speak it. Like if someone's saying something bad about me, I know what they're talking about, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what you say?" But I don't speak like some of like the the tricky words and the language, or none of that. So
Yeah.
so what I was telling Coach Garang that it's beautiful how basketball and some of these other sports like soccer, they brought our people together no matter what tribe they're from.
Yeah.
It brings us together. Basketball has one common language,
Yeah.
and it's to have fun.
Yeah,
What
definitely.
what tribe are you originally from?
I'm actually a Dinka also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, thank you, Marianne. I'm gonna, do my best to, reach out to some coaches. If you
All
have
right.
any highlight video clips, just DM them to me on Instagram at Heavy Brand
Definitely.
Podcast, and I'll share with some of the coaches here.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You. Who else? We need another player to introduce themselves. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, gentlemen.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Pronounce your name. Is it Drew?
Yeah, Drew Ring.
Gel Drew. So, how old are you? What position do you play? And what's your height?
Okay. Before I go to that, I just want to express how honored I am to be exchanging words with you here and to be on this Zoom meeting. I've always been a big fan of the Heavy Man podcast on Instagram. Since that interview you had no Hasebit, so I've been watching all your interviews and all that. My name is Gel Drew Ring. 15 years old, 6'6" guard. I play combo guard actually. Yeah, I play combo guard. Mostly I play the point guard position, but maybe there are points when we need a throw or something like that, so I switch to the shooting guard position, come off a screen or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Are you also Dinka?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm Dinka.
So were you born in South Sudan or you were born in Uganda?
Nah, I wasn't born in either. I was born in Sudan when it was all one country, like in Khartoum, the north side.
Okay, Khartoum.
Yeah, that's where I was born from.
Okay, beautiful. What languages do you speak?
Well, I speak Arabic, my mother tongue, the Dinka language,
Okay.
English, I speak the Runyankore language. It's from Western Uganda here. I had been there some time back. Yeah, and I think those are the languages I speak.
Okay.
Though I'm starting to learn French right now, so I'm on a French course.
Now,
Yeah.
what are your grades looking like? You get good grades at school?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, top of the class. Not to brag, but yeah,
So that's that's always important. When I was a high school basketball coach, we had like 3 South Sudanese kids out here in the United States in Colorado, and they were all
yeah,
great players. But I always used to tell them that yeah, you're great basketball players, but to get to the next level, you got to get your grades in order. You got to get good grades as well. So it's good
yeah.
that you
True,
grades. That's good.
true. Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to my former South Sudanese players here in the States. I want to give a shout out to Morwal Aru, Mana Reet, and Denai Pal, and AJ Ater. I know I probably said the names wrong, but I want to give a shout out to former players.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Our names are pretty hard.
yeah. Well, Ghanaian names sometimes, depending on the tribe, if they're from a tribe that I'm not from, sometimes the names are hard for me too. So now,
All right.
Jel Drew, tell me, what is your biggest strength and what is your biggest weakness?
Pardon?
What is your biggest strength and what is your biggest weakness in life so far?
On the court or off the court?
Off the court.
Off the court. I always try to get better. That's one of my biggest strengths. So like I try to go beyond my limits. So I try to push beyond. I try to challenge myself every day. Like I try to make things hard on myself so I could be better or something like that. That's one of my biggest strengths. And I endure. That's one thing. I endure no matter what the case is. And my biggest weaknesses would be I sometimes get impatient. Like I wanna have it so bad that I wanna have it right now. So that's one of my biggest weaknesses. But I try to come over it sometimes. Sometimes it takes over me, but that's one of my biggest weaknesses. I get impatient sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have high standards and you're probably very competitive. So sometimes people that are very competitive, whether it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, a lot of the great players, they get impatient sometimes because they want their teammates to keep up with them. So that's good.
Yeah.
What are 3 things that you're most grateful for so far?
Yeah, then we'll.
Huh?
Oh,
No, if you want.
three things
No.
I'm most grateful for. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, coach.
Can
Could
you
you
hear
put
me?
on your last question?
So
Yeah, I can hear you.
What are 3 things that you're most grateful for?
First of all, being South Sudanese, straight up. I mean, the struggle is kind of, but I'm grateful being a South Sudanese. The people are amazing. I don't know which part of other world will have people like the South Sudanese, but I'm touched by my people. The people I come across, cause they are part of who I'm gonna be. Yeah. And my family, of course. I'm most grateful for my family.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself. Now, besides basketball, do you have like a hidden talent? You a poet? A musician?
Well, I love to sing, but I'm not good at it. So that's one thing that I've really been terrible at. Though I love doing it, but I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer.
Okay.
That's one thing. Like I've loved to dance ever since I was a kid. I mean, I used to dance for cookies ever since I was a little baby. So yeah, that's pretty much my thing.
Okay.
Um, well, yeah, that's my other talent that I'm really good at apart from basketball.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you're a good dancer, then you probably have good footwork too. Then, am I correct?
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely. Yeah.
Jel Drew, want to thank you for for sharing a little bit about you. Gonna move on to the
Yeah.
next player that wants to introduce themselves.
Okay. All right. Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Who's next?
Hello, coach.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm glad to have all of you on the show. So introduce yourself to the viewers and the audience, and tell us a little bit, a little bit about your basketball background and how life was growing up for you.
Oh, my name is Jock Bill. Um, I'm 17. I started playing basketball about 4 years back. It was tough though, but then I had like so many people surrounding me, and they were good at the game. Just for example, my brother, he moved to the States like in 2016, 18. Yeah, he kept on pushing us like from the time he started playing basketball. He wasn't good as much, but then he kept on pushing us, and we got to love the game. So everyone else like that follows me, and every cousin of mine, they fell in love with the game. So it's like all the family into basketball. Yeah, so that was like our main motivation, my elder brother. And then it was hard getting like to master all that we needed because of the facilities. Like Coach Garang said, we didn't have like a lot of facility, and it was we just had to struggle. And back then we didn't have like so many coaches that would engage with us and like talk to us just like you're doing right now. So pretty much we were like our own motivation. Yeah, that's like my background, like basketball background until now. We still do the same. We definitely until now, Coach Wall and Coach Akech are now trying to engage us like to get used to this coaching stuff, and that's it.
Excellent, excellent. You know, it's it's very it's very amazing that a lot of my South Sudanese brothers, because we're all brothers, whether me being Ghanaian, you guys being South Sudan, Sudanese, we're all brothers. And it's interesting to see that my young brothers out here, we have so many different talents, so many different skills, um, you know, whether it's basketball or academics, we're all trying to make it in this world. So it's always
Yeah,
encouraging to see us just working hard trying to make it. So
true.
now tell me 3 things that you're most grateful for so far.
Oh, first of all, I'm most grateful for the life God has given, like everyone that is still alive, your life, and everyone that is live right now, and everyone out there. It's like the main thing, because this year has been like a very hard year on everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm most grateful for life. Then I'm most grateful for my family, the love that they keep showing. I'm so grateful for that. And then I'm grateful for the game of basketball. It has brought like a lot into my life. It has changed like my attitude towards people, and it's like basketball. It's like whenever you play basketball, whenever you attend training or pickup, it's just like you're learning from then. It never stops. Learning never stops, and basketball has brought like a lot of learning experiences to me. So I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, thank you. Now, what advice would you give some of our young African basketball players in any part of the continent, any part of the motherland? What advice would you give them for the ones that are, they're trying to get better, but they want to play basketball overseas? What advice would you give to them?
Just consistency and patience. Yeah, they just have to be patient and wait. Everything happens for a reason, and probably if your chance comes, well then take it and just keep working hard. That's it.
I like that when your time, when your chance comes, take it, because the beautiful thing about the sport of basketball is most people would not make the NBA, but being able to get a scholarship enables you to get a quality education. So when the opportunities come, take it. Yep, thank you.
True. It's like the main thing, taking the opportunity and making use of it.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Joke. Coach Wall, are you able to speak? Turn your audio on?
Yes, hello guys.
Hello, Coach Wall. It's a pleasure to speak with you again. It was a pleasure the first time I had you on the show. Always glad to see you. Always glad to hear from you, Coach.
Thank you so much. I just want to apologize for what happened today. I had a problem with internet. The network is really terrible because of the rain. Since morning there was no power, and it came back like around 30 minutes to the meeting, and after that I got a network problem. Yeah, but I'm glad that you have interacted with the rest of the guys, and I see them having happy faces, and we also appreciate the presence of Koja Cage around, and thank you.
Thank you. So, Coach, for the viewers and the listeners that are not familiar with you yet, introduce yourself to the young viewers, because we got viewers from Ghana, viewers throughout the United States. So introduce yourself and share with the viewers a little bit about what you've been working on with Solid Skills Basketball.
I'm by the name of Deng, co-founder of Solid Skill Basketball and a player development coach. Yeah, Solid Skill mainly we've been working about. Our main focus is the development of the skills of the players, because in Africa here we have a problem of lack of skills. Most of African players are really athletic, but they have no skills. So our main focus is developing the skills. After developing the skills, to expose the players to get opportunities. Yeah, get the scholarship because we know really things are not good in everyone's family. Things can be good today, the next day they are not okay. But when you have a scholarship, it helps a lot the family, and it's really helped a lot. So our main focus is developing the skills of the players and exposing them, create for them opportunities.
Excellent. So far, in your experience as a coach, what is the hardest skill in basketball to teach?
Me as a guard, I think the hardest for me is the post moves.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the post move I think is the hardest, and uh, also I always like challenges, so I always want to teach all kind of skills. So in my teaching, the hardest skill I found it was the post move. Teaching the post move when you're short guy, telling guys to finish, and when you yourself you can't finish it. It's really tough. Yeah.
Um, Now, in your experience, coaching so far, who's the most athletic player that you've ever coached? Coach, your volume got muted.
Uh, uh, as per now, the person I see is more athletic. I think is Tongbor is really athletic because of sometimes you go to the hill and you see he's really tall, and he can when he's running you see all the short guys are behind him. So it's really it's really something something unbelievable, because most of the tall guys they are really slow. Most of the tall guys I came across before, they are really slow, and for him is just unbelievable.
Mhm. So that's David, right? Thornboard, that's David.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. Now, Coach, what are some of your biggest challenges right now as far as developing talent, developing the skills of our young ball players? What are some of your biggest challenges?
I think some of the challenges Koja Cage mentioned them earlier when I had a problem of internet connection. One of the main challenges is the facilities. Most of the facilities here are owned by institutions, and they're owned by hotels, businessmen. So for you to access them, you have to pay all the time. And also the equipment. You can have a large number of players, but you find yourself you're in short of equipment. So it's always hard. That is the biggest challenge we normally find. And also the manpower. The manpower is for the two guys to handle the large number is really tough.
Now, what is the impact of former NBA player Luol Deng on East African basketball so far? What is the impact that he's had on East African basketball?
The impact he has done so far is coming back home and try to gather things back in place and try to bring all, most of the South Sudanese they scattered all over the world, and we really have a good talent. So because he's a good role model and he has decided to come back home and bring guys together, that's a really big impact. It's a really big impact.
Excellent. That's encouraging. That's encouraging to hear because definitely my South Sudanese brothers, they definitely have the athleticism, so it's just the opportunity. Once that opportunity comes, I think that South Sudan, when it comes to, Olympic basketball, they'll reach, higher levels than some of the other African countries because you guys definitely have the height and the athleticism overall. So good things are sure to come for South Sudan, most definitely.
Yes,
Thank you,
exactly.
Coach. If you could have one of your other players introduce themselves, Coach, you can choose one player for them to introduce themselves, Coach.
There is Ton Galwak. I think he should introduce himself.
Okay, Thon.
Ton, can you unmute yourself?
Hello. Um, I'm Ton Galagding. 17, 16 year age, and 6'7".
Thon, I heard your height. You said you're 6'7". How old are you?
I'm 16 years of age.
Oh, 16. Okay, okay. How long you been playing basketball?
I've been playing for 2 years now. I started in 2018 in basketball.
Okay. What country were you originally born in?
I was born in South Sudan, Deng State.
Okay, okay. What are your goals and dreams so far? I know you're still real young, but what are your goals and dreams so far, Thon?
My goals and dreams, well, I want to improve more because I just started playing basketball recently, so I'm aiming high there so that to improve my basketball and to have a good ahead of me.
Okay, okay. I heard most of what you said, but your voice cut off. Type in the chat box like the last couple sentences that you just shared with us. So then I'll read it out to the audience. So type it in the chat box at the bottom. In the meantime, I'm gonna read out Thornbor David's introduction to the viewers. So Thornbor said he's South Sudanese, 7 feet tall, and growing every time. He's 15 years old. He plays the center position, and he's currently working on, his small forward skills, working on his ball handling, and solid skills basketball has given him the opportunity and the exposure to, become, a top recruit, throughout the African basketball academies. I see that all of you have goals and dreams, and you're working towards those goals and dreams. And for a former coach, that's all we can ask for, the effort, the skills, you're going to get better at your different skills. Basketball is not an easy sport, but it's a very rewarding sport. And I'm glad that you guys are, working on your grades, working on your skills, and just working on becoming better young men, because soon, one day, you guys will be fathers, and you have kids, and you're going to have to pass on the values that you've learned. So you guys are the future. So it's good that you guys are working to better, to better yourselves. We got, let's see, Joe Drew. Oh yeah, Joe Drew, you did not mention your goals and dreams and your grade and your focus. So you want to share that right quick?
Okay. So my dreams is one day, most definitely the ultimate dream is to make it to the NBA, which is the dream I'm having right now. And in college, I'm trying to actually, after high school, if I get to make my high school in the States complete, my to go pro and then study college too. The two things, either the G League or the NBL or something like that. But in college, I would want to study the software computer, like software engineering, software development. That's what I would love to do. Yeah. So that's it.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, thanks.
And I'm glad that Gel shared some more details. Computer software programming, that's another area that a lot of people don't think of, but they pay a lot of money in that field. So if you're going to further your education with a basketball scholarship, get the most out of your scholarship. So that's good.
Coach.
Yeah.
got someone trying to get on?
Yeah. Wanted to add on something of question about what I'm so grateful of.
Sure.
Yeah, my number one would be my mom. You know, a very
Mm.
strong single mom who raised us. You know, when 5 of us, wasn't easy. You
Oh
know,
wow.
growing up in Africa, and she just had to do her thing. You know, 5 kids, and it has been really hard. You know, but we really had to like push. You know, every day was like a challenge to us, and the only thing we had was that would bring us all together. And as South Sudanese in general, as a family, was basketball. And I was like looking up to my 3 older brothers. You know, growing up, they all would go play basketball, and that's how I ended up falling in love with the game and teaching me how to play. And seeing my brothers like being able to get a scholarship and study in different colleges in the UK. Currently one of my brothers. And my second thing would be what I'm grateful of, just the whole family in general, and me being a South Sudanese. And the love and everything. And basketball has really helped us a lot. Made us put all our differences aside. As South Sudanese, whatever with whatever is going on at home. Back there in South Sudan with the war. But then one thing was, when we get to the court, we all had love for the game, which really made us want people in general. Just the game in general, made us different people. And I feel like we just need to all together get together and do much better. And my dream in life is to be able to make something out of and be able to lift up some weight from my mom's shoulder, be able to go to college, yeah, and just do something out of it.
Thank you for sharing. Kier, how old are you?
15.
You're very mature beyond your years. That was very heartfelt. Shout outs to all the mothers out there, that's doing their best, raising kids, going through the struggle. As young men, we have dreams of,
Yeah.
making an NBA or making a professional sport. But, just being able to get a college degree is also very rewarding to our parents as well, because once you get that college degree, you have other doors open for you. So, I pray that, we all succeed. We make our mothers proud and our loved ones proud. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know we missed, I know I'm going to say his name wrong. Is it Niall? Niall, did I say I know I said your name wrong. Introduce yourself, please, Niall.
Hey. Yeah. How are you? How are you, coach?
Pretty
How are you?
good. So introduce yourself.
The name is like it's Niall Andrew. Niall. Yeah,
Niall.
I'm Niall Andrew. Yeah, Niall Andrew.
So tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
yourself.
like I started like playing basketball. Yeah, Niall Andrew. I'm like 6'2". I'm 6'2". Yeah, and I started playing basketball like in 2018. Like it all first started like in 2017, like in the ending there. Like like I have some cousins like Jock Bill, my Bill, all those guys, like they inspired me. Yeah, like like the realest, like the smallest player in the team, all the small guys are, yeah. So like they gave me all the energy, energy of brother love, So they pushed me a lot. They gave me work. Then like one time, like I went to school. Then like I was like the worst player in the team. was playing the team. Even like I didn't even like go for nationals. Yeah, I didn't go for nationals. Then like I put in a lot of work, as in I put a lot of work in. Like then now I'm better than like some of the players. Like through the brother love, Yeah, yeah.
Now I like hearing stories like that.
And I'm like,
You didn't start off the best player, but you worked at the game, and you became better than some of the guys that used to be better than you. What are some of your goals and dreams?
like I want to play like in the big leagues. Real though, no jokes. Play in the big leagues, in the US. I put in work. By all means, I have to make it.
You
Yeah, that's
gotta
it.
believe,
Yeah.
for
Unlike
anything
like
happen, you gotta believe. So yeah.
yeah, just believe in yourself. Even like play basketball, study. That's it. Straight up, basketball study. And like I make my parents proud. Like they put like a lot of work in me. Like some people like be like you cannot make it, you can't do this and do this and do this. So and like they always behind my back, like to help me, give me the energy and stuff like that. So like I can't let them down. Yeah.
Yep. So you have other family members that also play ball. You said your cousins.
Yeah, Jock Bill, Mabil, Maton, also Tongbor, High Tower, Tongbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what country were you originally born in?
South Sudan.
Oh, okay.
And I grew up here, like the rest of my life, I grew up here. Yeah.
How many different languages you speak?
Like I know like English, Dinka, some Uganda. Yeah, I think like 3.
Oh, okay.
Like 3, yeah.
Okay. Now, so as far as challenges, challenges in accomplishing some of your goals, what are some of those challenges for you?
Like there really a lot, like cause like as growing up, like I didn't have like everything, like the ball, the shoes, the clothes, like that stuff for training. I didn't have them. But like even like there are no courts, like in Africa, yeah, like the belly courts. Like if the courts, you gotta pay money to go and play and work out or something like that. So like you just have to go and work on your physical body, like the jumping thing, jumping power, all that stuff, yeah. Yeah, but like even if like you don't have like everything, you gotta put in work still. You gotta do everything, to achieve it,
Now, I will say this.
Yeah.
When the opportunities begin to come, when South Sudanese, starts to get together and build the experience, because South Sudan is still a new nation compared to, some of these other nations. Ghana became, my homeland of Ghana became a nation in in the 1950s. South Sudan became South Sudan in 2011, 2012, right around that time. So in a few years,
yeah. 2011, yeah.
South Sudan will be a power in basketball. Definitely will be a power in basketball. I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I know we missed
actually basketball, which is helping us.
Did I pronounce that right? Is it Hatim?
Yes, it is Hatim.
Okay, Hatim.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yep. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay, my real name is Al Khatim Laku, but I go with Hatim because Al Khatim is somehow hard for some people to pronounce.
Is
Hello,
that
you're
Muslim
hearing me,
name?
right?
Is that Muslim name?
Yeah, yeah, Al Khatim, it is a Muslim name.
Okay, okay. What does it mean
I'm
in
a Muslim
Islam?
actually.
What does your name mean in Islam?
It means it means someone who has concluded something or has finished something. Like
Well,
because I'm the last born, so I'm the one who concluded the birth of my mother, so they call me Al Khatim, they conclude or something like that.
okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
um,
So
I
I started playing basketball. Mm.
say it again. Say it again, Hatim.
No, I said I started playing basketball like last year, like playing basketball seriously. The past years I was just maybe going to the court shooting and going back, but not that interested. I got interested last year because I got a lot of influences from my friends, and they said that because I'm tall, I'm 6'6" actually. So they hyped me up to play basketball.
Okay. So, let me make a prediction. So, I predict that you will conclude your basketball journey
Yeah.
and you get a scholarship to college, and you will conclude your scholarship in college and achieve many great things, Hatim. Now, what are your goals and dreams, Hatim?
Of course, of course. My dreams actually is just to make my mom proud because she has been like going through a lot and she has support me in everything that I do. She's even the one who support me in this solid scale basketball thing. And I want to make the best out of myself and be recognized like through playing basketball.
Thank you for sharing, Hatim. Now, Coach Akej Garang and Coach Wall, um, if people want to donate, donate money to Solid Skills, you guys have like a Remit app or a Cash App, an app where people can donate money to Solid Skills Camp?
Uh, I think I can respond. Actually, we have no catch up yet, and we haven't opened a bank account for the program. So the accounts we have, those are personal accounts. Yeah,
Okay.
the personal accounts, and we haven't yet. We're still in the process. Just that the COVID has slowed things down, but we're in the process of opening a bank account. Yeah, hopefully when things get well, we'll be able to open up a bank account. Yeah, things like that. For the app cash, we don't have it so far.
Okay. Because I know Cash App and I think Remit, it makes it real easy and simple to, to donate money to different organizations, different basketball academies. It definitely makes it easier to do it. Definitely. Um, with that being said, I want to share a quick story with all of you. So I interviewed Cynthia Mumbo from Kenya, and she owns like her own sports marketing firm, and she has a lot of basketball connections throughout East Africa. And we were discussing ideas to eliminate or remove some of the barriers the young African basketball players have. And we were discussing how, you know, we needed more basketball courts, you know, because even here in the United States, even some of the, you know, some of the rougher areas where, you know, there's not much money, there's always a basketball court, no matter the area. So even if a young ball player, you know, his family doesn't have any, you know, much money, he can just walk like 15 minutes down the road and boom, there's a big basketball court. So Cynthia Mumbo opened my eyes to an idea that I never even thought of. My idea was, why don't Africans overseas just purchase and ship basketball hoops? And her response was that costs a lot of money just to ship the basketball hoops, ship the basketballs. Rather, you know, why don't we find companies in the African countries that can build the basketball hoops and work with them? That way, instead of wasting so much money shipping basketball hoops and basketballs and material to build the court, you know, we can just wire the money to the, you know, companies that's already in the African country. So if it's in Uganda, you know, find a company that builds basketball courts, builds basketball hoops in Uganda, South Sudan, and so forth. So with that being said, are there a lot of basketball courts that are already built in Kampala, or do you have to go outside of Kampala to find these basketball courts?
Yeah, here in Kampala, here in Uganda, in general, most of the basketball courts are in Kampala. That's where mostly where is the stations. If you go up countryside, it is really hard for you to get a basketball court. So most of the courts are in Kampala, and most of the courts, they belong to institutions of learning like high schools, universities, and also churches. Churches, they have courts, and hotels. Yeah, those are the places where you can find basketball courts. But just an open area, it is hard for you to just find a community court which is open for everyone. It's really hard. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. I'm gonna put in the chat box. There's this company. They're based out in Nigeria, in West Africa. It's called Weber. Their Instagram name is Weber Ball. Let me see, Weber Ball. But you know, if you coaches could maybe reach out, I'm gonna reach out as well. I'm gonna reach out on my own. But if you coaches could also reach out to Weber Ball, they build basketball hoops and basketball equipment in different parts of Africa. So I think companies like that is what I'm going to share with, you know, some of our African people overseas to see if they can contribute some money and have companies like this build some basketball hoops so that our ball players can have more access to playing basketball. Yep. You know, I'm always trying to learn ways to help our young people, you know, because I don't have all the answers. So, you know, I interview people and gather information from everyone that I come in contact with. Yep.
Yeah. I would like to thank you for trying to do whatever is possible to help your African brothers. Yeah. The real hard you're showing it. It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you're from Africa, we are all brothers. So we really appreciate, and hopefully things will go well.
Thank you, Coach. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure to have all of you on the show, all my coaches, all my basketball players. You know, you guys will succeed because, you know, you have the work ethic, you have solid skills, basketball, to get you on the right track. I'm gonna upload the episode on Instagram. Make sure you guys share the episode with your family, your friends, and your teammates. And hope to see you guys again soon, guys.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. I know that some of the guys they didn't get a chance to get interviewed, and I really understand the time. The time is really limited. So I don't know what is your take.
Let me give there's some information that I didn't even see on the bottom. Let me read that out so our coaches here can also learn a little bit about the players. Good call. Let's see. This is Thon. Thon wants to get, wants to improve his basketball skills, but he also wants to become a good leader, work on his leadership skills. Let's see. Anybody else that did not get a chance to introduce themselves, please speak. I want to get everybody in.
All right. I think Tongbor. Tongbor, go ahead.
Yes. Hello, I think. Can you hear me?
I can hear a little bit. Try to move like a couple feet away from where you're at. Maybe you can get better signal. Are you able to stand up?
Yeah.
I think we should move to another person as he's working on his network.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Erjuk, you can unmute yourself and talk.
Hello.
Hello, Erjuk.
Yes, my name is Erjuk Agot.
Erjuk, say it again. Your voice was having some echo in the background. Try it again.
My name is Erjuk Agot.
I think you can relocate, or we get back to Tongbor.
Yeah. I get a little bit of my introduction there in the chat. Yeah. So, yeah, as I said, I'm 7 foot old. Yeah. And yeah, I just want to talk about a little bit about Coach K and Coach Wall. Like my journey of basketball, and I began playing basketball, okay, in 2018. Yeah. So, but I got interested in 2017.
Hold on, Thornbor. Can anyone hear Thornbor?
No, we're not getting.
Okay. I started playing basketball in 2017. That's when I got the interest. Yeah. And yeah, I started like taking it seriously. Playing basketball.
Tongbor, can you try to move? Can you try to speak without headset?
Can you hear me now?
All right, try it
Not
again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, do you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I started playing basketball. Okay. I got the interest in the year 2017. Yeah. My interest of basketball. Then when I began taking it seriously was the year 2018. Yeah, I remember in my school when Coach K used to go and check on me because yeah, I was tall and I did not play basketball, so I could go and check on me always. And yeah, and some days ago, the tournament played outside. Would check on me like and join the tournament play, get better, train me. So that's how it all started. Then, like basically 2018, that's when I started playing basketball, and yeah, so there's tournament in December. I know one of them was called for this tournament in which we're getting 12 community members. So from there, that's when I started getting exposed to basketball. I started getting exposed to basketball, so I used to play my height. Okay, my height, I'm 7 foot tall, and also my athletic ability, I'm so fast. I stayed most 7 footers, I'm not very fast. So that's where I exposed. And then last year, when the tournament was still like our age group at 16, we played. Our team won the finals. I was there. Yeah. So that, like, that's when as I told you before, that's when I got exposed to some of the scouts, like through the social basketball. So I and some other Sudanese, we went to Senegal in January, in which Paul was in charge of us. So we went there for tryouts. So tryouts was chosen, and I'm representing the Academy of Africa. So and from that time, like I didn't know the basics of basketball. I didn't know the basics of basketball. Let me say, after you go to the ball, I didn't know when. And from beginning of January until now, I've been working with social basketball coach Garang that have been doing through with me.
Thornboy, your voice is breaking up again. Hello? Your voice is breaking up again. Are you able to move away from the wall?
Okay. Yeah, how is it now?
Okay, say something so I can test it out.
Yeah, okay, I was trying to say, basketball coach education control that even to basketball because I didn't acquire that before.
So
right
now,
I
have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for all of you. So, you know, as you guys are, doing your skills development and solid skills, this question for all of you. Do you guys remember to also record some of your workouts to promote yourselves, do your highlight videos? You guys always remember to do that because that's very important.
Recording.
Did you guys ever record, some of like your highlight clips? So if a coach, oversees,
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually record our workouts.
Okay. We're gonna get ready to wrap up the show, but remember from time to time, whether it's once a month, DM me some of your highlight clips, because I'm gonna do my best to, send some of your clips to some of the coaches out here. I'm not very familiar with the UK. I'm only familiar with, the United States, so I can only share clips with coaches here in the United States. So, keep working hard. Listen to your coaches. Listen to Coach Akech and listen to Coach Wall, and do your best to learn. And also, do your best to take care of your academics. Keep your grades up, and stay motivated. Stay motivated. Even Americans have their challenges too. Not all Americans are rich. There's some Americans that don't have, that many resources either, but, you still got to push. Always remember some of the greatest basketball players, some of the greatest American basketball players came from, came from not having much at all. So even LeBron James had a single mother. His mother was like 15 years old when she had him. And he grew up in a very rough area in the state of Ohio. So stay motivated, keep working hard, and believe in yourself, because you got to believe in yourself first before you expect others to believe in you. All right, gentlemen, thanks for being on the Heavy Brand podcast. Keep working hard, and South Sudan unite. Shout outs to all my South Sudanese brothers. We're all brothers at the end of the day, no matter what part of the motherland we're from. I salute y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Peace, guys.